You'll know when I get this excited to make a video for the channel, it's probably about the 12-week year. So we are going to be getting into how you can thrive in 2025 with setting up a very simple way to crush your first 12 weeks of the new year.
Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Amber. If you are new, I'm a holistic lifestyle coach and I absolutely love the 12-week year because I truly believe that it makes a huge impact in our lives. So with 2025 literally right around the corner, it is time for us to get very intentional and set the tone for hopefully what is going to be our best year yet. So in today's video, I am sharing how you can thrive in 2025 and set yourself up for success for the entire year using just the first 12 weeks as your blueprint and as a routine for you to follow moving forward. But we're doing things a little bit differently this time. Some of you may know that I have 12-week year trackers that I've created. I have a whole playlist on the 12-week year, so I will link those in the cards above so that you can check it out. More specifically, the simplified 12-week year, because I feel like simple equals sustainable, and I want to make sure that everything that we are trying to do in order to help us achieve our goals is actually something that's reasonably able to be accomplished. And so instead of spreading our goals against multiple categories, we are literally just going to focus on one category for the entire first 12 weeks of the year. So you are literally going to pour all of your energy and all of your resources into that one goal and continue to grow and elevate in that specific category for your first 12-week year. Trust me, this approach can truly be life-changing because it is so focused. I kind of started playing around with this idea during my winter arc. Instead of focusing on so many different things, I decided to just narrow it down to keep it super simple. And I feel like that was really effective. So why not bring it over into the 12-week year system? But first, let's go ahead and define it for those of you who may not be familiar. If you are new to the channel, the 12-week year is a productivity system that is designed to take your annual goals and break them down into 12-week chunks instead of 12-month chunks. And this is because sometimes when we give ourselves an entire year, we tend to procrastinate. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm a completely different person than I was in January to where I am now in December, and my priorities have shifted so much. And so if I would have just focused on only my annual goals, I don't think I would have been able to achieve as much as I did in this past year. So by treating the 12-week year kind of like a little mini year, it really helps us to stay focused and stay aligned as we're working toward achievement. There's more urgency and there is more focus. I have seen this work personally for the 5 different categories that I usually focus on. Now imagine taking all of that energy, all of that focus, and just putting it into that one category. How are you going to catapult and be astronomically amazing in that one area? So it can be anything that you choose: career, health, finances, personal growth. Whatever you want to focus on for this first 12-week year, that's going to be your category. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing this year. My category is going to be finances for the first quarter of the year, but you pick what works for you and comment down below which category you're going to be trying out. So let's talk why the shift, why just one category, and how that can impact your life. Here's the deal. Honestly, trying to do everything at once can definitely lead to burnout, or it can just lead to half-accomplished goals. And that's kind of how I felt. If you watch some of my old 12-week year review videos, you can see that not everything was accomplished fully. And that's because I was trying to give my energy and my focus to too many different areas at once where I couldn't get to excel in one specific place. But that doesn't mean you're neglecting all areas of your life either. If you are focused and disciplined in one area, it is naturally going to spill over into other aspects of your life. So then there's like a multiple category benefit from it either way. So for example, let's say you choose health. So for the first 4 weeks, you are focused on your wellness, your fitness, your water intake, and all the things that make you feel like the best and healthiest version of yourself. So now by the end of that 12 weeks, not only are you going to look and feel amazing, but the confidence that you gained and the physical energy boost is going to really catapult other areas of your life because you're going to have the energy and the mental clarity to be able to achieve so many things. And when you feel amazing, that generally builds more confidence and gives you the courage to go after things that maybe you were a bit more reserved about pursuing in the past. So over the next year, by kind of focusing on the 12-week year in this way, we're going to be building a strong foundation, which is building a stronger version of ourselves over time. So I definitely know I want to start off with finances. And then I think for the next 12 weeks, I want to get into like fitness and nutrition, but I'll see how the vibes are looking and how things are going after this first segment of the 12-week year. So for you to get started, I want you to ask yourself this question: how do I choose which category to start with? what is going to make the biggest impact in my life as being the first foundational 12-week year of 2025. So the way to do this is to ask yourself, what area in my life needs the most attention right now? Also ask yourself, what type of change would make the biggest impact if I focus on it for the next 12 weeks? And finally, ask yourself what excites me and what motivates me the most, because that's going to be a really important piece to make sure that you can sustain these 12-week years throughout the entire year of 2025. You have to have something that's like genuinely motivating and that's genuinely going to make an impact in your life in order for you to keep going through this 12 weeks, go into your next 12 weeks, pick your new category and all those things. Now, remember, your goal may be different from mine. Not everybody wants to work on finances. You may have something else that's really important to you, and that is completely fine. But the same type of concept applies either way. The goal is to pick a category and focus on something that is going to inspire you to show up for yourself and to be disciplined and to stay motivated every single day for the next 12 weeks. Now, once you have chosen what your category is, it is actually time to get to work and start designing your 12-week plan. For this, you're going to need to do 3 different things, starting with designing your vision. Ask yourself, what does this category or aligned goal to this category look like at the end of 12 weeks? What is my new reality going to be? And that could literally be anything, whether that is losing 10 pounds, saving $5,000, or launching your new business website. Make it very specific and start working toward it. The second step is to break those larger goals down into weekly goals so that you can stay focused and aligned throughout every single week. So basically, you are taking your design vision and breaking it down into smaller, more actionable steps. So let's say, for example, your focus is health. So your weekly goals may include things like meal prepping, going to the gym a certain amount of times a week, getting 10,000 steps a day, making sure you're drinking enough water. So you can break those down for every single week to focus on one different segment of that fitness category and build over the 12-week period. And the third step is to track your progress. You really have to see where you started and where you ended up, and that is the most beautiful part of the journey. So make sure that you are reviewing your progress weekly. Take time to celebrate your wins, and then also take some time to be reflective, see what's working and what may need some adjustment. I know we hear this all the time, but it genuinely is progress over perfection. What are you doing to move closer to being that dream version of yourself or living that dream life? Even if you don't have it quite yet, what progress have you made and can you celebrate that? So now let's talk about why I've decided that doing this in the first 12 weeks of the year is going to be the best option. A lot of times I hear people saying, oh, 12-week year planning is the same thing as quarterly planning. Not quite the same. Even though it's the same amount of time, it's not the same thing, because the great thing about the 12-week year is that you can do it at any point during the year. So if you're seeing this video now, great, you're ready to jumpstart in January. But if you're not seeing it until March, don't let that hold you back. Start in March. You can start in April, you can start in May, June, July, like literally whenever you want, you can start your 12-week year and just count 12 weeks from when you started. I personally am choosing to start with Q1 and kind of match it up with quarters simply because I feel like the first 12 weeks of the year is going to set me up for success and help me to build a really disciplined foundation moving forward. So when you start 2025 with a 12-week year, it really helps you to have a lot of clarity and focus on exactly what your goals are and what that looks like once you implement that into your life. So starting early in the year helps you to build that momentum and then also gain confidence along the way. And it's nice to just see in the beginning of the year, as you're kind of easing into your leveling up journey, what it's like to actually focus on one thing and see your life genuinely change, and then you can easily move on and focus on the next thing. But you've built that foundation, you've got that focus, you've got a good rhythm going, and now you can go on to the next step of elevating yourself and becoming that best version of yourself. So in this case, if you are starting the 12-week year with me at the beginning of the year, by the time April rolls around, you're already going to have one major success under your belt. With me focusing on finances, one of the main things that I want to do is just build my finances overall. So some of those weekly goals or monthly goals would be like for the month of January, I want to do a no spend month, which will be the longest time I've ever gone no spend. I'm thinking about making that a series either on TikTok or Instagram. So make sure you're following over there, Affirmations with Amber. Another thing that I want to do is try to see what other things I can DIY. I love to do my own nails. I'm getting like a little pedicure kit to see if I can do my own pedicures for the first couple of months as well. We will see how that goes. But also in the process of that, I want to be able to create a very nicely stacked emergency fund for at least 3 months, hopefully going on to 6 months of our major expenses for the household, and then also create a separate travel fund where everything that goes into there is specifically for taking amazing trips and having amazing experiences throughout the year. So because it's something that I'm so excited and passionate about, I really feel like it's a great way to kickstart my 12-week year. So if you are ready to start yours, if you're ready to join me, comment down below, let me know which category you chose. And then also if you have any questions about this process or focusing on one thing, or if you need ideas about what to do each week that contribute to your goal for that category, let me know in the comments and I would be happy to chit chat with you guys and talk about some different ideas and some different options. So let's literally make 2025 our year to thrive and make it our best year yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.